Hello, darlings, and welcome to CareOffBook. I'm Care Darling, your performing arts commentator, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this episode. But before I jump in to talk about Kiss of a Spider Woman, remember when J.Lo did her whole movie music thing and she was like, this is the greatest love story, and it's like, the whole this is me now. And it's like, if we think about this is me now, it's like you end up divorcing Ben Affleck, and it's so wild to me. But anyways, so Kiss of a Spider Woman, I've never seen the musical, but I'm excited about this because there's a movie musical coming, and it's coming out in October. Jennifer Lopez is stepping into stilettos and stepping into the role of Aurora, also known as the Spider-Woman, in the upcoming 2025 musical film adaptation of Kiss of a Spider-Woman. For those unfamiliar, Kiss of a Spider-Woman is a dark, seductive musical by Condon and Ebb set in a Latin American prison during the Dirty War of the 1980s. It centers on two cellmates, Valentine, a political revolutionary, and Molina, a gay window dresser who survives the brutal reality of prison life by retreating into dazzling fantasies starring his favorite movie diva, Aurora. Aurora, of course, transforms into the mysterious deadly Spider-Woman, a role originated on Broadway by the iconic Cheetah Rivera, who sadly passed away in 2024. This film is dedicated to her, and I can't think of a more fitting tribute. This new film is directed by Bill Condon, yes, the same director who brought us Dreamgirls and worked on Chicago, so we're already in stylish, musical-friendly hands. Now, just a heads up, I did do an episode on Dreamgirls. I do recommend go ahead if you want to talk about Dreamgirls in the comments with me. Love it. And you know what? I have to admit, I worked so hard on that video, and although it came out okay, I'm not necessarily proud of it. But listen, stick around. You can always give me notes so I can do better on those kind of videos, because I do love talking about movie musicals. Also recommended, there's an interview on imdb.com. There's an interview with Bill Condon, and it was really interesting listening to him share things about the movie. So for example, it was actually shot in New Jersey and in Uruguay. Also, the editing style I think will be interesting, because he was saying how in Chicago, the way that it's edited, the editing is more of the choreography. There's more cuts, similar to Cabaret, that was his inspiration. But with Kiss of a Spider Woman, it's going to have instead of splices or cut to see different, views of what's going on, it's actually going to be more like those classic MGM movies where you're actually seeing the performance go without any cuts. Also, can I be honest here? Great, thanks. I think J.Lo is very talented. There's a lot of J.Lo movies I love. I love her rom-coms so much. And the thing is that I think her in a movie musical is perfect. Even though there was a lot of controversy with the This Is Me Now thing that she did, she clearly is talented in that. I think she was wonderful. It was just the structure of the story, and it was kind of absurd. She does better when she is being directed. Also, I will say, Bill was she has the most beautiful voice, and I was like, does she?
Recuerdo y el silencio no confundan nuestras cosas. Apresúrate que el tiempo vuela, que amenaza con la cruel rutina.
Notice how J.Lo singing the hooks live sound nothing like the original song. Notes to take away: when J.Lo is actually singing the song and she approaches the hook, she begins to shout at people, sing it while flailing her arms and doing weird gyrated motions. As soon as the hook drops, J.Lo's looking at the crowd, please sing for me. I can't hit those notes.
I feel like her voice is fine. It's fine, and it does the job. And I think a movie musical is better than her, if we saw her on Broadway or something like that. I'm just being honest here, sorry. So But I think this will be like awesome. When I think about her, remember when Hustlers came out and the way that she worked on this movie, I was like actually impressed because she was, working hard to like get those pole moves done. And I remember there was something like behind the scenes where she was like getting into the character. She's like doing the moves and she's like, yeah, I'm going to get that money. I'm making that money. And I was like, all right, J.Lo, go.
Pole is just your character's tool to get what she wants.
Yeah.
It's what she uses to get guys in her pocket.
Right.
And then she's got them from there.
Right.
Knows how to work
You
them.
have to still add that element of like dirtiness once I learn how to look like I've been doing it for a long time.
Exactly, like it's second nature to touch and use and turn and maneuver and manipulate yourself around it, right?
Yeah. I'm going for, get money.
Right.
So I actually am interested to see what she does with this role. And again, because Bill was saying that the edits aren't so choppy to go like almost like the choreography for film, it's going to have her performance, like full out in a way. And I'm excited about that. Now you're probably like, wait a minute, you said you've never seen this musical, so why would we even care? Like, why are you even talking about this? And something I want to bring up is I used to be embarrassed at the fact that I'm not very knowledgeable as far as like stage shows and things. Like I know some stuff, but I'm not as like in that world compared to other YouTubers that I love and follow. But then I realized my true love is movie musicals. I'm a girl that lived in California. I wasn't like near Broadway. And then for me to go see like a professional show, with traffic, it might take me about an hour or two to actually get to that theater. So how did I even get to a place where I love musicals? And it's movie musicals. And that's what gets me excited about things like Kiss of a Spider Woman, because I don't know the stage version, but now there's going to be a movie version that's available to me and other people. And then everyone can watch it. We can all discuss it versus were you able to see this stage production? And this is why I feel like pro shots should be normalized. And then if theaters really do want people to come in, and like movie theaters, want to come in and watch stuff, they should put on more pro shots, because then I like, as someone that, wasn't close to the West End or Broadway, if there was more opportunities for me to see a Broadway show in a movie theater, I would have absolutely gone. Like it probably would have been a big thing with my friends and stuff. So sorry, darlings, to kind of digress there. But listen, if you're someone like me and you're like, I love movie musicals, like thank goodness for those, because that's what got me into loving musicals. I love that for us, okay? Okay, I need to wrap up this episode, right? So I just want to say that if you enjoy musicals, Disney, and other performances, you've come to the right place. You come to the right channel. I would love to talk to you about this. Like, have you seen the stage version? Are you excited about, oh my gosh, when the trailer comes out, I'll be back to be like, what do you guys think? Like, I'm always fascinated about like how things are shot. And also the thing is, that's a different episode, Carolyn, calm down. When people see a musical, a lot of people don't understand. They just think like people show up and sing a song. And I'm like, but that's not musical theater. That's a different episode I will create on my own to explain the skill set of musical theater, and also how is it you use that skill on stage versus in the movies. So yes, anyways, darling, that is it for today's episode. I will see you in the next one. So take care, darling.